Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Seeking Sister Wife Nick Davis building a cult? Is Seeking Sister Wife star Nick Davis building a cult with all of his wives? It seems that some viewers believe that this is his end goal, but why do they feel this way? More so, is there some validity to this thinking? Keep reading for all of the details. Seeking Sister Wife Nick Davis building a cult. Nick Davis' dynamic with his wives has been an issue since they first started on Seeking Sister Wife in Season 4. Rather than him being married to one of his wives and having a spiritual union with another, both of his female partners are wed to each other. He first met April Davis and they were together around a decade before she met Jennifer Davis. Then they felt a connection which translated into Jennifer joining the family and the women tying the knot and then taking Nick's last name. Furthermore, Nick stays at home and thinks while his wives work and tend to the home. The same was expected from third wife, Danielle Davis. She will ultimately have to marry whomever they choose to be their fourth wife, which is still hard for her to grasp. Danielle is still trying to get used to being a newlywed and a new mother. Many believed Nick's first partner, April, was the cult leader, so that idea was already put out there. Now, viewers believe Nick's endgame is a cult, so they started a Reddit thread to discuss it. They all sleep in one bed. No one was mindful of whether or not Danielle wanted to marry a woman shortly after she married into the family. There are a lot of interesting factors. Did anyone else feel that Nick Davis was working toward his own cult? A cult or a coven? Hard to tell with that outfit. The way the wives kiss the ground that he walks on and eat up the jargon he pulls out of his *** is definitely cult-like. This man is a master of coercive control, master manipulator. One Redditor pointed out that Danielle Davis' friend believed that she was involved with something cult-like. Also, when Danielle has lunch with her friend is like THISISSCULT, DNILLEAHSBEN. And the NIPULATED friends can see that Nick Davis has preyed upon these women, maybe more so Danielle and Jennifer. Then he is adamant about bringing more ladies into the family, and there are no signs of stopping. He thought Jasmine would be the right one, but that did not pan out. As to what will be next is anybody's guess. Do you think that Nick is building a cult, and will he be successful? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. The television show, Seeking Sister Wife, has captivated audiences with its unconventional portrayal of polygamous relationships. One of the most intriguing figures on the show is Nick Davis, whose charismatic personality and unconventional approach to marriage have led some to speculate whether he might be building something more than just a family, a cult. Nick Davis first appeared on the show with his wives, April and Jennifer. Their relationship dynamic was unique, to say the least. Nick, the undisputed leader, seemed to hold a special sway over his wives, who appeared deeply devoted to him. His charm and confidence were evident, and it wasn't long before viewers started to notice certain cult-like tendencies in his behavior and the structure of his family. The first red flag was the level of control Nick exerted over his wives. While all polygamous relationships involve a level of coordination and mutual agreement, Nick's relationship dynamics seemed to go beyond that. His wives often deferred to him on nearly all matters, big or small. They looked to him for guidance and approval, and his word appeared to be the final authority. This level of control is a hallmark of many cult leaders who create a dependency among their followers to maintain power. Another unsettling aspect was the isolation of the Davis family. Cults often isolate their members from outside influences to maintain control and ensure loyalty. While the Davis family wasn't physically isolated, there was a noticeable emotional and psychological isolation. The wives had little to no social life outside the family unit, and their interactions with outsiders were minimal. This created an environment where Nick's influence was unchallenged, and his worldview was the predominant, if not the only, perspective they were exposed to. Nick's rhetoric also raised eyebrows. He often spoke in grandiose terms about their lifestyle, positioning it as superior and enlightened compared to monogamous relationships. This mentality is a common cult tactic, creating a sense of specialness and chosen status among members. By framing their lifestyle as a higher path, Nick reinforced his role as a visionary leader guiding his family on a unique and noble journey. Moreover, Nick's recruiting tactics were strikingly similar to those used by cult leaders. When introducing new women into the family, he used a combination of charm, attention, and promises of a better, more fulfilling life. He painted an idyllic picture of their family life, highlighting the love and support they'd offered each other. However, the reality often seemed to involve a loss of personal autonomy and a complete submergence into the family unit, with Nick at the helm. The financial dynamics of the Davis family also contributed to the cult-like atmosphere. In many cults, the leader controls the group's finances, ensuring that members remain dependent on them. In the Davis household, Nick did not work traditionally. Instead, his wives were the breadwinners. This unusual arrangement not only placed an economic burden on the wives, but also ensured that Nick remained the central figure in the household, relying on his persuasive skills rather than traditional means to maintain his authority. Emotional manipulation appeared to be another tool in Nick's arsenal. He had an uncanny ability to make his wives feel special and chosen, often using emotional and psychological tactics to maintain their devotion. He played on their insecurities, offering validation and love in a way that made them feel uniquely valued. This kind of emotional manipulation is a powerful tool in cult dynamics, creating a bond that is difficult to break. The transformation of new members into the Davis family also bore a resemblance to cult indoctrination processes. New wives underwent a period of intense bonding and adjustment, during which they were gradually introduced to the family's way of life and values. This acclimatization process often involved a shift in their identity and priorities, aligning them more closely with Nick's vision and diminishing their individualism. Furthermore, Nick's enigmatic personality played a crucial role in maintaining the cult-like atmosphere. He possessed a natural charisma that drew people in, making them want to be a part of his world. His ability to articulate his vision and create a sense of purpose for his family was reminiscent of many cult leaders who used their personal magnetism to attract and retain followers. The media portrayal of the Davis family also contributed to the speculation about cult-like behavior. While reality TV often dramatizes situations for entertainment, the consistent depiction of Nick as the central, almost messianic figure in the family was hard to ignore. The way the family members spoke about him, their deference, and the structure of their relationships all suggested a dynamic that went beyond typical familial bonds.